Perfect. Well, then let's start with a little bit of introduction. Hi, everyone. I'm Sara Arecco. I'm the head of customer success. And
my name is Andras Taraszovics, and I'm the head of product here at Antavo. Very nice to see you and meet you today.
Great. Thank you, Andras. So you're going to have questions, we hope, during the webinar. And this is GoToWebinar. You can find the questions on the left side of the screen. We're going to receive them throughout the whole webinar, but we're going to answer them in the last 20 minutes of the webinar. So just pop them in at any time during our time together today. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about two main things. We just launched a new Shopify app, and we're going to talk more about Klippa integration and how you can leverage this. So I think we can kick this off.
Absolutely, we can.
Get this started with our new Shopify app, which is really exciting. Why is it exciting? It's exciting because thanks to this new application, you can have a faster time to market, and this will make your go live so much more seamless in terms of turning weeks into literally days. What's more is that also the enrollment process is so much more simple. You can synchronize the enrollment process between Shopify and Antavo, meaning that the customer only needs to subscribe once and not do it twice. And the third element is that now purchases can flow seamlessly through Antavo, and then you can take all the actions necessary to reward your customers, whether it is points or rewards, inside of Antavo itself, and customers will be rewarded almost immediately. And we don't just want to talk about it, we actually want to show you how it works. So Andras, take it away with the demo.
Thank you so much, Sara. So you heard what we came up with for Shopify, so let's now see it in action. So for that, you're going to need a couple of things, namely two. One of them is going to be a Shopify store that you have up and running, and then another one is going to be an Antavo account, and hopefully some of the attendees today are having both available currently. If you don't, please feel free to reach out to us, and we are happy to see how we can get you an Antavo account that you can try this out at. And the application is available through the Shopify App Store. Officially, you can search for it, but I believe we can also share this link to the application with you after the webinar as well. And in order to install this application, all you need to do is look it up in the App Store, click on the install link, and that's going to bring you to the actual Shopify store where the installation process can be started. So you're going to be prompted to enter some of the details and share some of the details with us. Obviously, we'll need this in order to be able to operate your loyalty program. So I'm going to just head on and click install, and the application and the basics of the application will almost be ready for you to use. And what you're going to see is there are a couple more steps that you need to take in order to finish the installation. Let me scroll back down here. And basically what you will need to know to give us an information is which stack you are on, what is your API key and API secret. So let us do that real quickly. So the stack that we are on is staging today. So that's our staging environment. So I'm just going to head over here and type it in real quick. And as for the API key and the API secret goes, we can just head into the settings area of the management UI. And since the API secret is hidden once you generated it, I'm going to just generate some new credentials for ourselves. So I'm just going to quickly copy these over here like so. And similarly with the API secret. And then after checking all the other basic settings which are in here, I believe these are all good. I'm just going to click submit. So the two systems are going to be synced up all together in the matter of just a couple of seconds. And as you see here, now the system is almost fully operational. And what was the time elapse? Maybe just a couple of minutes. So that's how long it actually takes for you to set up the basics for the Shopify store and the connection between Antavo and Shopify. So there is one last thing that you need to do, because as you know, Antavo is compliant with CCPA and also with GDPR, and you as a business should also be compliant with these legislations and laws. And in order to be compliant, you must acquire consent from the customers before they join the program. But we got you covered for that as well. There's a bit more manual step that you need to take, but it's not painstaking at all. All you need to do is you need to head into the online store area, look up themes, okay? I'm just gonna hide this in here and need to head into the code editor. And here, when editing the code, you just search for registration. Okay, so just this is the page that you are looking for. Yes, so main register liquid, and you need to put this checkbox into a form wherever it is convenient for you. So I would say right below the password area is where it best sits, right? So that should be our place where we put this. Let me just quickly copy it over here. There we have it. And once we are done, we should just hit save. Okay. So in theory, we should be all good to go. But theory is not enough for us. So let's just test it out. Let's open the web store that we created. This is our store. Please do not try to purchase from here. These are not for real. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to try to register a new account, and I'm going to create a new account. Can I use your name for this, Sara?
Yeah, I will allow it.
Okay, thank you so much. And I'm going to just enter your email address as well. I will try, and I'm going to try with a simple password as well. Yes. And I'm just going to create a new account real quickly. Okay. So now the new account has been created, and almost immediately, I'm saying almost because there are some couple of seconds of delays, the customer should be with us in Antavo as well. While we are waiting for that to happen, for the customer to come across, I'm going to tell you a bit more about this application because you might have some questions around it already. So the application is available for everyone. It requires an Antavo account to be used. And what this does, it allows you to track customer registrations, purchases, and also tags which are attached to the product's purchases are synchronized across between Antavo and then Shopify. Later down the line, we have a lot of exciting developments coming to this platform, and we are more than excited to share them with you once they are available. Let us check back if by any chance we have the customer coming in, and yes, we did. So here is Sara's account created. As you see, we have all the details, including that she is a loyalty member, and now we can start building her profile, which we are not going to go today. This is where we're going to stop today. But in the up and coming releases, we're going to share more and more exciting things for you that you can leverage with Shopify and Antavo. So let's, I believe, dive back into the presentation, right?
I think so. I think we can move to the next topic, which is how we can capture purchases happening through retailers thanks to our Klippa integration. And this is really exciting one. It's, I think, one of my favorite things, because how many times do customers decide to sell through partner retailers, right? It's amazing, you know, because you can increase the brand's visibility, reach, and generally just the number of purchases that they complete. But at the same time, you as a brand will never actually own the data because it's not your POS. So your information is very restricted. You don't actually have access to this information, but we do have good news for you, because thanks to the integration that we have with Klippa, you can now collect that information as well through receipt or invoice scanning. And you can actually reward them. And you can see the picture here of our board members testing the receipt scanning functionality in our office, which is actually where we're sitting at right now. And again, we don't just want to talk about it, we want to show it. So please, Andras, take us to see the demo.
Absolutely. So for this to happen, I believe what is really important to mention in here, that this whole experience can be built into a mobile application, can be built into a website, and can be included on the web as well. So it's not necessarily tied to a mobile application or our mobile interface. It can happen on a desktop computer as well. So it's really, really omni-channel what we are going to show you today. And for us to be able to show that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my mobile screen onto the screen, if the technology allows us to do that. Just bear with us for a second while that happens, and hopefully you are seeing my screen. And Sara, actually, I want you to take a photo of this receipt that we have for this purpose in here.
Yes, thank you.
Take a photo and maybe just show us as well. Oh, okay.
Here
you can. Okay.
And yes.
Here is the receipt. Okay. And so now we are ready to submit this receipt. That's happened. Okay, so now the receipt, it is with our trusted partner Klippa, who we are going to talk about in a matter of a couple of minutes. Okay, so now the receipts in the system. So I believe it's time for us to check how it looks like and whether it got recognized or not. So we are partnering with a trusted technology provider to provide a receipt scanning capability, and this technology provider is called Klippa, and they are doing an awesome job recognizing different types of documents when it comes to receipts or invoices as well. And they do offer an experience where you don't necessarily have to, right? But you can configure it in such a way that all the receipts that's been scanned by the customers and the members are ending up in a moderation queue where you can check them manually one by one if you wish so. So this is what we are going to see now. And actually, if I log into Klippa, I see that there are 2 reviews available. This is from the other day, so I'm just going to reject this. But this is the actual receipt that Sara has scanned. And as you see in here, everything that's on the receipt, including all the line items that we have, were recognized. So this receipt is quite good to go. So if you see in here, we have some 50 pounds on this receipt, which is matching up with what we have in here. Not sure how well you can see it, but it's matching up with the receipt that's been provided. So that's all great. So our next step is to save and load the next one. And since this was the last one in the review, we don't have nothing to review now. So the next step after this one is going to be that the receipt's gonna end up in Antavo, and this can take a couple of minutes depending on the traffic and the generic flow of things. But this time it was actually quite fast, because now I refresh the page, and if you see here, this is the Antavo management UI. This is the customer overview page, so the customer's profile page. And if you go to the events history of the customer, you can see that all the checkout items that are on the receipt are actually immediately recognized here, and points were calculated for them individually based on the settings that we applied in the points economy module of Antavo. So this is how seamlessly it works, and in just a matter of minutes, we turned something that was entirely paper-based and potentially transparent to you as a business into valuable data that you can leverage not only to reward the customers, but to profile them and see what kind of goods that they are purchasing from you from different outlets, franchisee stores, or even third-party retailers if you're selling through them. So this is really, really invaluable to any business out there. Let that be different type of businesses, but we are going to get there, right? First, for those who are from a technological background, let me talk about what's going on in the background. So first, we have a company-built front end, which we are which we apply the shorthand for. We call it BFF. This time, it's not best friends forever. It's backend for front end. So this type of an interface is something that you would need to build, and this will allow the customer to actually scan the receipt. So that's what you've been seeing in here on my phone, right? That was the interface that we built for this, but you can build whichever website or mobile experience you wish, similar to this one. And Klippa is providing wonderful SDKs for you to speed up the process of developing this. So that's also lowering your investment as a business on building this. Once you build that, the receipt will need to be transferred over to Klippa. Once again, the SDKs and the different powerful APIs that Klippa offers will allow you to do that very, very seamlessly. And once the receipt gets there, there is a decision path. Whether the receipt got recognized and contains all the valuable assets that you seek, the receipt could get automatically forwarded to Antavo without any human intervention needed, where it could get recognized just like it did right now, and could be awarding points, rewards, or maybe even contest entries for the customer, right? So you have endless possibilities there. In case the receipt was not automatically recognized, some pieces were missing, maybe the image was blurry a bit, or the receipt was a bit, I don't know, destroyed by the sun, or for some other reason it was not completely legible, then the receipt could go into human review, where just like how we did it in this session, you can review the receipt and decide whether it's good for you or not, and you can also complete the missing information manually. So it's quite convenient and quite automated. And I would like to reiterate that your investment in this is to build the actual interface, and all the rest is provided by the powerful partnership of Antavo and Klippa in Antavo's product offering that is available for you from now. So it's up for you. If you want to adapt this, we are more than happy to assist you with that, but Sara is going to get to the details with that. But before we do that, you might wonder, is this something good for me or good for my business? Well, actually, we identified a couple of businesses where this could be very, very valuable. First of all, FMCG companies. These companies will benefit from this the most because they are selling to a vast amount of different retail outlets, and they're tracking the purchases simply because of the number of partnerships and technology integrations that otherwise would need to be built out is so big that it's really not worth the investment, right? For those companies, having a receipt scanning is the most valuable and the easiest way to capture those purchases which were particularly invisible before. And then there are retailers who are selling through third parties as well as in their own stores. The story is similar there, right? You don't want to have just 80% or 20% or 30% of the picture. You want to see it all. So you can capture those purchases which were previously invisible for you. And of course, there are those companies who were with us for a very long time, and because of that, they might have a very, very diverse set of POSs in their systems, maybe different per each country, or even worse, maybe different per different stores in the country, right? And in this scenario, integrating with each and every one of the POSs would be really, really inefficient and also very, very costly for the business. So they can actually save money, save down on integration costs by having receipt scanning implemented. That will actually make the life easier for the members, as well as the technology staff that is running their loyalty program. And one thing that you probably seen is how easy it was for the AI running behind the receipt scanning algorithm to recognize these things. And the key thing here is that this AI can be trained in different ways to recognize different receipts, different types of receipts as well, not just necessarily grocery receipts that we used, but also from retail. It also supports multi-line receipts and e-receipts as well. So it's a really, really, really a versatile solution for you. And I believe you have something to share with our lovely partners and customers attending this webinar today, right?
I do, absolutely. We would be very happy to share more, and I'm sure you will have questions that you may think about it now and we're going to be able to answer them, but you may also come up with them later on down the line, or maybe now it's just not the right moment and you will want to learn more in a couple of months. Make sure to reach out to your customer success manager if you're a customer, or to your partner manager if you're a partner. You each have assigned one. You can see the pictures in here, and you should already have their email address. Otherwise, please do reach out and we will provide you with one. And I think that kind of concludes it. So let's just jump to the questions, and we're gonna see what comes up and how we can help you. Okay, they're popping up. First question we have is, can I use receipt scanning also for identifying purchases at my own stores? For example, if a member forgets to scan their pass.
Actually, you can. We do have at Antavo, we do have a means of the customers scanning their past purchases or claiming their past purchases. This is something that we introduced a couple of months ago as part of the gas purchases that we support. So that's also possible, that the customer claims the previous purchase just by scanning a QR code, signing up to the program, and then claiming the particular purchase. If that's not something that you would like to seek, rather you would have something like what we've shown today as a receipt scanning, you are good to go. You can actually use this for your very own stores as well.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Let's get to the second one. So if I'm currently using Shopify's integration with Antavo, should I change it to how you showed us?
There is no immediate need for you to change over. However, our future iterations of our Shopify functionality is going to be all dependent on this new app that we published. So your existing integrations will continue to function for a while, but new developments, improvements, and new capabilities that we are introducing are going to be exclusively introduced over to the new Shopify app. So we encourage you to actually switch over whenever you can. It's also going to be a much more convenient experience for you when it comes to managing your integration.
Definitely recommend it.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes.
Great. Do you have any live customers use receipt scanning? Well,
we have.
You do.
Yeah, we do have customers.
We do have customers. Yara is actually one of them, and it's very exciting. They recently went live, and we're very excited to have more customers join into the receipt scanning world.
Yeah, and that also shows how versatile the solution that we are having together with Klippa, right? Because Yara, as a business that is more likely B2B,
Yes.
B2B2C, right? They are having different types of documents, not just receipts, but Klippa is capable of having different types of documents trained. Out of the box, we are supporting invoices and receipts, but other documents are also possible and can something that we can discuss and explore together.
And actually, this links very well to one of the other questions that we received, because they're asking also if e-receipts are supported.
Oh, well, that's very a popular question. Actually, one of our team members asked this as well, and we were eager to try it out, and we did. So, and we can confirm happily that it does support e-receipts as well. You will need to submit your document. Could be, I believe, in a PDF format as well, but I need to check that. But surely, if you are having an e-receipt, you can forward it into the system like that. Of course, you as a business will need to build out an interface where customers can actually upload these to the system as well. But apart from that, there is nothing against having e-receipts scanned either.
Great. So Klippa can cover receipts, e-receipts, invoices,
and even other documents.
Even other documents.
That
amazing. Thank you. One last question that we have right now is, if we want to leverage Antavo and Klippa's integration, do we need to contact Klippa directly, or can we ask you? I think I can take this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so you can definitely contact us directly and contact your customer success manager. They'll be in touch and try to understand exactly how you want to leverage that integration. And after that, we can get it rolling for you. Absolutely. I think there are...
Do we have any more questions?
No, we don't have any more questions. So I think that that is it for today. But again, any more questions, if you're a partner, send them to your partner manager. If you're a customer, send them to your customer success manager. All for today. Thank you, everyone. You're going to receive the pamphlet today in PDF by email, and the recording tomorrow in your inbox as well. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, thank you so much for being with us, and see you in the next quarter.
Yeah, see you next quarter.
Yeah. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.